This is the video that honestly you guys were never supposed to see if you're a man. Now, let me explain. One of the main things that we as men want is for women to treat us better. So many guys in the modern world are treated really bad by women, and the thing that they want to understand is how to get women to treat them better. Now, I promise you guys that this video is going to change your life. So what you guys need to understand is that when you're dealing with a woman, whether you're living with her, you're married to her, or even if you're just talking to her, there will come a time when a woman will start to act a little bit off towards you. Now, some guys would just use the word crazy, but what actually happens is that there will come a time when the woman you're dealing with starts to go cold or starts to act really awful towards you. And your initial response is always going to be, WTF, right? Like, what just happened? Like, why is she acting like that towards me? Now, the thing with women is that even though what she's doing might seem totally random and maybe even evil, there's actually a reason behind the madness. And the reason that she is acting so incredibly nasty towards you is simply because she is testing your strength. Women don't wake up one day and say, you know what? I think I'm gonna be crazy towards the guy who likes me today for no reason. All the testing that women do towards men is actually subconscious. And this means that they are not actually conscious of the fact that they are doing it. Women do this stuff all the time to test a man's strength, and it has absolutely nothing to do with how much weight you can lift. So when a woman is acting crazy towards a man, what she is doing is she is testing your strength. So how you react to what she's doing is going to determine whether or not she sees you as a man who is strong or as a man who is weak. If she sees you as a man who is strong, her attraction towards you will increase. But if you react the wrong way and she sees you as weak, then her attraction towards you is going to decrease. So the typical way that most guys react to a woman who is being nasty towards them is to do things like raise their voice, to yell at her, and to essentially try to control the woman by making her scared of him. Now, women act like this because subconsciously they want to see how much crap you will take from them before you will actually leave them. Now, most guys will just take it over and over and over again, and eventually the women will just completely lose respect for them and lose attraction for them. Women, when they act crazy towards you, are basically begging you to tell them that you will leave them. Now, they don't actually want you to leave them, but as long as they know that you will, if they don't stop with the bad behavior, they will see you as a man who is strong and they will become more attracted to you. Now, what you guys have to understand is that women never want a man who needs them, because that is like 99% of the guys out there. And so why would they want a weak man who is desperate and who needs them when they can pretty much score this type of guy any day of the week? Most of you guys watching this, you want girls to treat you with respect. You want girls to be more attracted to you. And the most powerful thing that you can do as a man to gain respect and to gain the attraction from any woman is not to yell over her or intimidate her when she's acting really nasty towards you. The most powerful thing that you can do is to show her that you have other options by not being afraid to leave her. It doesn't matter if you just met her, you're in a relationship with her, or whatever. Most guys are too afraid to show a girl that they will leave her when she starts acting nasty towards them. And each time that she does this probing for strength, so to speak, if you do not show her that you are not afraid to leave her, she will lose respect for you and she will lose attraction for you. So one of the most common situations that a man ends up in is a little something that we all know as the breakup. And most guys unknowingly handle breakups completely wrong. And guys end up in situations where a girl broke up with them because the guy kept failing the tests. And instead of walking away and showing her that he has other options and showing her that he doesn't need her, the guy is sitting there and constantly texting the girl and begging her to get back with him. If a girl wants to break up, great. The most powerful thing that you can do is to demonstrate that you do not need her. To demonstrate that you don't care if she doesn't want to be with you anymore. And paradoxically, after a little bit of time, she will most likely come running back to you if you are able to do this. In fact, the faster that you let a girl know that you won't put up with the nasty way that she's behaving towards you, the more attracted she will become and the more she will respect you. Now, for many guys, the woman that they're interested in is basically their entire life. Always remember that the balance of power between a man and a woman is always determined by who needs the other person less. And if a woman is testing you constantly and you are scared to break up with her, the balance of power is going to shift in her favor, meaning she will be more likely to break up with you and more likely to leave you. Now, what you guys have to understand is that women don't want the power to be in their favor. Biologically, women date up, so they want a guy who they view as being a better catch than they are. Women don't want to settle for a guy. Women always want the guy who has the options. the guy who has the strength to leave them. This is why it's so important for you guys to be focusing on your own thing and not on women exclusively. Because when you're doing your own thing and you have a major purpose to focus on, it's so much easier for you to show girls that you have options and to show girls that you won't hesitate to leave them if they are causing you problems all the time. Most guys operate from this sort of scarcity mindset where a girl shows them a little bit of attention, or it's like their first girlfriend or something, and they fall into this trap of thinking that she's the only girl out there, so they put up with all the madness for such a long period of time until eventually the girl loses respect for them and the girl completely loses attraction for them. If a woman starts acting nasty towards you and you show her strength and she stops for a while, just know that eventually she is going to do it again. She's eventually going to test you again to make sure that you are not afraid to leave her and that you do have other options. Now, even if you don't actually have other options, just simply planting the idea in a woman's mind that you have other options is enough to get her to respect you and to regain any attraction that she had lost for you in the first place. Now, always remember that women don't actually want you to leave them, but they do want to know that if it came down to it, that you would. And the reason why this is so incredibly powerful is because women want a man who has options. They don't want just any man, because most women have hundreds of men who would give anything to be with them right now at this very moment. So women want the man who doesn't need them. But more importantly, women want the man who isn't afraid to show them that he doesn't need them. So every time you have a girl who wakes up one day and starts sending a bunch of crap your way, instead of viewing this as some weird way that she's out to get you, look at it instead as yet another opportunity for you to prove your strength. Another opportunity to prove that you're not like the hundreds of average men out there that any woman can get. Show her that you're not afraid to leave her and that you have options, because you're not stuck in a scarcity mindset like most men are stuck in. Now, this testing that women do occurs at all stages in your interactions with them. And some women do it on a mild level when you first meet them. Some do it to a greater extent or more frequently once you're in a relationship with them. But every time that they do this, just know that it's actually an opportunity in disguise for you to prove your strength, or for you to prove that you are the attractive man that they want you to be. Always remember that women do not want weak men. You can watch all the Disney movies you want, but it's not going to change the fact that women want a man who is not weak, a man who has options, a man who is strong, and a man who is not afraid to leave them. Most guys, especially these days, especially when we are going through hard times and a lot of guys don't have a job, they don't have a lot of really great things that they're focusing on in their life other than women. Most guys these days are stuck in this scarcity mindset, and so they view every woman that shows them even a little bit of attention like they just found a duffel bag full of $100 bills. And this is why so many guys put up with way too much crap when women are testing them, and then they wonder why women don't respect them and why they don't feel attraction for them. So guys, never, ever, ever be afraid to show a girl that you will leave her. Don't fall into the trap of the scarcity mindset, and then just watch how women will start to treat you better and they'll start to show even more interest in you. And with that said, until next time, thanks for watching.